Jill Malik. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit that sub button and the notification bell to be notified when I do go live. Okay, how you guys doing today? It's your boy Jill Malik and Cat Ann. We're in the building. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit that sub button. Also hit that notification bell to be notified anytime we do go live. But we're going to talk about this Chelsea and this Mike current situation. And Cat Ann, go ahead and give your introduction.
So Mikey went live yesterday and gave an update on him and Chelsea and the recent incident that occurred where she claims that he put hands on her, around her neck, stole her weed, ripped her necklace off, all this stuff, and got him locked back up again. So this is the update. Just stay tuned.
And her friend told the cops that I put my hands around her neck and choked her. And the only person that got physical was her friend, getting in between us, like pushing us apart. So when the cops showed up at the house and arrested me, I was just fucking pissed. I told that cop he needed to do his fucking job because he wasn't trying to hear nothing I had to say. He was just trying to arrest me. And then my PO come to the jail and let me out like 2 days later. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Chelsea didn't stand up for me. She let her friend fucking say all that shit and go, here I am going to jail. But I will say this, she is pulling for me now. She's trying to get the shit to go away, but still, it's too late now. Facts. Give me a follow if you haven't. Right here, guys. Nope. I'm gonna put my caption, me and Chelsea are not together, because I get asked that all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on my kids, but I can't go back to Kentucky until these cases drop, so I'm stuck like Chuck. Dude, listen, Ohio's the same way. It's not a Commonwealth state, but Chelsea's trying to drop the charges, but the state's still trying to press it. But I filed a motion to vacate the charges just because it's like, I don't know. I've got a bunch of shit that I need to switch phones. I bought a new phone. I'm too lazy to switch. So I got 2 phones carrying around like stupid. Background noise is loud. It's this fan over here. Shut it off. Cops. And I didn't understand why. Like, what's the motive? Like, I understand, I'm leaving you and all that shit. But like, why? Why tell the cops that shit? Because I'm on parole. That's gonna fuck my whole life up. It's fucked up. But it wasn't her. It was her friend that said the shit. Yeah, give me a follow, guys. It's up here. The button. I think I'm gonna start doing TikTok again. Thank you for the what is that, cotton candy hearts from Fuzzy Hearts. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Join my team, Team Mikey. Oh shit, I'm your favorite. Thank you, Ashley. I'm rooting for you. Thank you. And thank you for the gifts, guys. I literally ain't done TikTok in so long, like, for real, but I might start doing it again. Now that I don't have a relationship to attend to. Why is this man so beautiful? God, y'all And
Wow.
they're like, hey, we're gonna go over here and check on this tent, make sure it didn't blow away. I was like, all right, cool. And then they bounced, and 2 hours later they're not back. So I'm like, what the fuck? I got paint rollers sitting here drying in the house. So I messaged Chelsea and said, hey, where you at? And she's like, we're here at the lake. And I was like, well, bring your ass home. We got paint to do, you know? And she was like, nah, I'm straight. I was like, oh, you're straight? Okay, bitch. I'm straight too. So I drove over to the lake, told her about herself. She didn't like what I was preaching. Told her I was done. We screamed, yelled, got in each other's face. Her friend got between us, pushed us apart. And then she started screaming really fucking loud, so I got the fuck out of there. And then the cops showed up at the house like an hour and a half later, told me to put my hands behind my back. I was under arrest for domestic violence. He would not tell me what for. He just said domestic violence. And then when I got to jail, I found out it was for choking the victim. And I've never laid my hands on that girl. Never. It's bullshit. Okay, so they told me that they was going to drop the charges, and then they handed my case to a new prosecutor, and now he's wanting to keep pressing the charges, but he didn't know the ins and outs of the case. So I got a hold of my lawyer and sent in pictures of screenshots of the messages from Chelsea admitting that it's a lie. So we'll see.
And that's the update. So y'all could hear it. He tried to leave her. He's been unhappy in that relationship. So I was very surprised when he proposed, or I don't know who proposed, but they got engaged earlier this year in January. He tried to leave her. She got upset and came up with this elaborate lie. And now he's trying to say, oh, it's the friend that did it. Why are you protecting this girl? Even if it's the friend that came up with the story, she played along with it. She continued to paint this story of you being a cheater, you sending naked pictures to men, all this stuff. She said, no, she's not going to stick around you because you might, unalive her next. She went along with this narrative to paint you as this horrible person. So I'm not sure why you're trying to say it's just a friend. She's just as guilty. And now she's trying to drop the charges. It's too late. Look, they're trying to pin the charges on him. Like, this is a whole mess. Go ahead, Gio.
Yeah, I think this is crazy at the fact that he is sitting up there defending her after her friend tried to put him in jail and lied and said he put hands around Chelsea's neck. This is it's really false accusations that you can put on somebody that's very serious, and you went to jail for 2 days, Mikey. You got to take this very serious because that can go in your background and it can affect a lot.
Yeah.
DV charges is very serious, and if you're not doing any DV, you need to stand up for yourself, look like to me. But if you're including yourself to stand up for her, then it makes me question you as well, like, why are you defending her after you didn't do what you did? Is there something deeper going on in y'all relationship? Have you ever put hands on her? Because you clearly said you didn't. But we don't know. Both of y'all probably was fighting behind closed hands because relationships sometimes do that. That people go through what they go through. Some people don't put their hands on each other. Some people do. But if it was both of them doing it, and they don't want to fully tell the truth, I think it will get exposed and it will
I don't,
finally
in
come
this
out. And I think the
situation, though,
friend will
Gio, in
expose it.
this situation, I'm sorry to say, I don't think he put hands on her because he also mentioned, and I apologize, I didn't record this. He mentioned that the police station said she reported DV charges 5 different times at 5 different dudes. This is a pattern for
Yeah,
her.
this a that's
So
that
if
that
you
means
keep
that's something
screaming
she's used to
DV and you
doing.
actually are not a DV victim, when it does happen to you, God forbid, no one will believe you.
Exactly. Yeah, but see that goes back to that too, like what you said that she's used to doing this to different men. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't it different prisoners?
She loves to date these men out of jail because she can easily control them and ruin their lives. You can't, just because the person want to leave you can't keep them with you by threatening to ruin their entire life and slander their name. That's not appropriate. That's a next level crazy.
Yeah,
So
that's and
now,
he's a felon too as well.
yes, so he's screwed. He
Like
can't
that's
even leave the
serious.
state. He want to go back to Kentucky, wherever he's from, to be with his kids, whatever. He can't even leave. Did you hear what he said? He's still there. He's actually living at his boss's house upstairs. His boss,
Yeah.
he said, is a nice
I
Christian
don't
man. He's
get
living
why he's being
upstairs.
so nice. Hey, it ain't time to be nice, Mikey. It's time to leave her alone. Like seriously. Get away from her, stay. Because if the court keeps seeing you being around her, then it's gonna be easy for them to believe that you guys be
Oh,
fighting each other.
look what
You know,
somebody
so.
wrote. They made a good point. He's probably just trying to keep the peace so she can drop them charges and get the heck out of town. If he talks shit about her, she is very vindictive. You
But
got
that's not I understand that's a valid point. But you in order to keep the peace, in order in the court's eyes, now that the court is involved, it's time to get away from her because once they see that you're away from her, then they will see that you are not a habitual repeated offender or whatever they call that, like you're going back and forth, like you're trying to stay with her. If you get away from her, then the court will be like, all right, yeah, obviously something is going on with her, and she
he's
does
not with
have a
her.
past
He's at the
history
Boston
with this.
house. He's
I
not
know,
with
but he got to cut off all communications with her.
her. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the court see, oh, they go back to court and then they trying to give him this charge, she show up like, oh, we've been talking still, and like they gonna be like, well, then we gotta give him this charge because he's obviously not trying to get away from her. If he was, then we'll have more reasonable doubt to believe that he didn't do that and he's trying to stand up for himself and stay away from her. He's trying to clear dodge away from her. So I think personally he need to get away from her and stay away from her and show proof that he hasn't been talking to her to the court. Like, look, I haven't been talking to this woman. I've been staying away from her ever since she put that charge on me. I ain't got time for her, and she said I choked her. I didn't do none of that. They're gonna go in his favor.
Yeah. I hope that everything goes well with him because you can tell he's a good person. He just maybe messed around with the wrong person. He ended up with the wrong person. So I hope everything works out. He can go back home with his kids and focus on them, like he mentioned earlier. Meg said, valid point, but that shouldn't matter. Keeping the peace and not defending yourself is a terrible mix. You can defend yourself along with keeping the peace. He shouldn't be speaking to her at all.
That part. Yeah. It's time for him to just get away from her. Because it just doesn't make any sense that I'm pretty sure he didn't know about her past until it started unraveling itself. Like when he
Yeah.
was finding out, you know what I'm saying? Like after she was putting the charges on him, he probably was hitting him up in his inbox like she done this before,
Five different
So
times. Like, that's
that's
crazy.
man, that's I feel bad for him to be honest with you. Like it's sad. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, exactly. Michelle said what's really going on behind the scenes. That's what I'm trying to figure out because he shouldn't be so quick to defend her and want to talk to her. And my thing is, if you finna argue with her, like what he said, I peeped what he said when he said he went down to the beach to confront her and started cussing her out, telling her it's over. You can easily tell her it's over the phone and not even go confront her. I wouldn't even went to the beach, to be honest with you. If we ain't seeing eye to eye and we ain't being cordial, I'm not finna come to the beach because the first thing the court will say is you took yourself down there. You went down there. You had a choice not to go down there, but you still went down there and started the argument. So if you look at it, certain states arguing with somebody is a DV assault for. In certain states, they look at somebody when the police come, somebody has to go. If it's a domestic dispute, somebody has to go. Period. Even if it's an argument and somebody's crying and you guys are yelling in front of the public, that causes a public disturbance and on top of that, it's a couple that's arguing. It's a DV charge flat out. Somebody who's ever the aggressor. What sounds like to me, they will look at Mike as being the aggressor because he drove to where she was at her location. She didn't come to him. So it just mixes it all up in a bad way. Like Mikey put himself in a bad position by even driving down there. Even though he's a good guy, I wouldn't have drove down there. Like the court is going to look at all of that. Like
Okay,
who
but
came
he
to
has
who
proof. He
first?
got video proving that they weren't even together at the time that she claimed that he choked
No,
her and all this
I
stuff. So we'll
understand
see
that,
what
but I'm
happens.
I'm saying I'm saying him driving to the location that got him put in jail that day with them lying saying that he choked her. He shouldn't have drove to that location to argue with her, and he could have argued with her over the phone, straight up, and not even went there. Sometimes as a man, you got to think wisely and think smart before you just move. You got to just be like, hey, you know what? F it, I ain't going down there. I ain't finna even waste my time on even driving to her location because you gotta think and outweigh your options before you just go through with any option that you choosing to do. You can't just go out there and just be like, all right, I'm gonna just throw yourself out in the water and think you ain't gonna drown. Basically, he just did that. And it's just it's sad that he's going through it because he's a felon just getting out of prison, and he keeps going in and out of jail over who he's dealing with for this Chelsea situation. And everything is stemming to DVD. It's like, dude, how many times you gonna catch these same charges, and eventually your record is finna show so many DVs with that felon that you have. Nobody, you'll be, man. I don't know. You'll be like very lucky to even get a career after this. Like, you gonna have to get your record expunged. All them DVs, you
I
gonna have to
hope he
get
can
them
get out of this
expunged.
because this isn't right, especially if it's not true. I really hope he can get out of this and stay away from Chelsea woman. Something off with her.
Yeah, but man, Miss Man is right. She said usually it's the man that goes to jail. That's a fact because they're gonna look at the man as the primary aggressor. He's the aggressor. He's more of the aggressor. He can do more harm to the woman than a woman can do to him. So yeah, they're gonna look at him, especially him being a felon. Yeah, they're gonna look at him as the aggressor. Even if she's been to jail, they're still gonna look at him as the aggressor. That's just how the law is. That's just how police are. That I don't know why they do that, but they just do that. Like the law is so messed up right now. It's crazy. It baffles my mind. I mean, it just juggles my brain sometimes, like thinking about this, like, bro, that don't even make any sense, to be honest with you. But yeah, you can go ahead, Cat.
But that was the update, you guys. Let me know what you think about the updates you received today.
Yeah, yeah, that's it, guys. Hey, hit the thumbs up on the video, keep the comments going down at the bottom below, and tell me what y'all think about this Chelsea and Mike situation, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. We will keep coming and keeping y'all updated with more news. Anything else, Cat? You got to conclude?
No, but I'm just reading the comments, and your points are very. I agree with a lot of the points that are being said here. Something is
Yeah,
definitely off. If she was fearing for her life, why is she outside like that? And then she was claiming that she was I can't say the word, that she is it starts with an S and ends with an L.
exactly, man.
So why do
Megan,
you keep
no, look
this
what Megan just wrote.
no DV victim gonna be out acting like that, especially that's exactly. And then she tried
That's
to
what
get
I'm
sympathy.
trying to figure out.
She tried to get sympathy points talking about her mental health and that she's S. The S word I'm getting at, right? SU dot dot dot.
Yeah, the SS. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
trying to get sympathy like that. So I don't know. I hope he gets away from this whole situation and he can go back home.
Yeah.
But other than that, we'll be signing off. I hope that everybody here has a good rest of your Monday.
Yes, indeed. Peace and love, y'all.